Welcome back to Water's World. The conventional wisdom has been that Donald Trump has had a pretty rough patch the last couple of weeks. But the media has been hiding many damaging stories about Hillary Clinton. Her health. Questions have been raised about her ability to perform at a high level. She's had help getting up the stairs. She's being propped up with pillows. She is 68 years old, and she has a history of blood clots and fainting. And some of her behavior has been a little bizarre. For instance, the coughing. What is that about? And the barking. We all know the barking. And just general goofiness. I, myself, do not understand it. Furthermore, Hillary's schedule has been very, very light. She hasn't done a press conference in over 260 days. And during the first 2 weeks of August, she took almost every other day off. Is she tired? Or is she hiding something? Maybe she's hiding herself. And on another note, the Clinton Foundation discovered to have been working extremely closely with Hillary's State Department, trafficking in favors for friends and donors. We didn't hear about that. And the Justice Department, under the Obama administration, killed the FBI probe into the Clinton Foundation. But the Clinton Foundation has allegedly been hacked, so we could see more of this in October. Maybe a little surprise. Other horrible headlines for Hillary. The father of the Orlando terrorist showed up at a rally. What was he doing there? She's also been slapped with a lawsuit from the families of the Benghazi victims for defamation. And finally, I will let Hillary Clinton speak for herself.
So I know what we can do together. But how are we going to pay for it? Well, I'll tell you how we're going to pay for it. We're going where the money is. We're going after the super wealthy. We're going after the corporations. We're going after Wall Street so they pay their fair share.
Get used to that, ladies and gentlemen. With me now, Washington Times columnist Madison Gesiotto and senior political strategist at Schoen Consulting, Jessica Tarlov. Jessica, Hillary is supposed to be a very strong and independent woman. So why does she need the help from the media, from the Obama Justice Department, from Hollywood, from her husband?
We're moving past all the people who are supporting her physically?
Yes.
This is the
Not only does she need physical support, but she needs political and emotional support. And more than support, she needs people running damage control, because a lot of these things have not been covered in the mainstream media. Why is that fair?
Why is that fair? I don't know. A lot of this has been covered. I've certainly seen it, and maybe I just hang out at Fox too much, but I've seen lots of coverage of this. That photo was from February of her when she tripped and fell down the stairs. We've seen Donald Trump jump when someone comes near the stage. And the Clinton Foundation stuff has been widely reported on.
He was jumping over the person rushing the stage. He wasn't jumping
to get out there to save his fans. And I would say, you know, if her schedule's lighter, I think that's not because she's tired. I think it's because she's winning, and she doesn't need to be out there every day on the trail like that. But I think she works incredibly hard.
So you're saying she thinks she's got it that wrapped up?
No, I don't.
That she's taking every other day off in August?
Well, first of all, August is the slowest month for the political season.
And she needs her rest. Is that what you're saying? She needs her rest?
Every lady needs a little rest, needs a little beauty prep. But I'm not saying that's what's going on here. I think that Hillary Clinton is running an excellent strategic campaign and lets Donald Trump do Donald Trump, which frankly has been hurting him, as you acknowledge.
Well, if Donald Trump continues to stick to the script and unleash these ads and read prompter, I think the media is going to look into this vacuum and start paying some attention to Hillary. Now, I think the Trump Tower climber was covered for about 6 minutes on the evening newscast, but the Clinton Foundation scandal with the pay-for-play emails is covered like 30 seconds a minute. I mean, that should just show you how unfair this thing is.
Absolutely, and I think that what's most unfair is not that they're not covering her health, but that they're not covering the Clinton Foundation. I mean, when we have $165 billion of arms sales to 20 countries that donated to the Clinton Foundation, some may say this is a coincidence. I say not. And I think we're going to see and hear more about this in October.
You've also had some really bad headlines, but Hillary's never asked about the headlines. Has Hillary been asked about the $400 million payment to the Iranians? Has Hillary been asked about her actual VP candidate, Tim Kaine, saying a long time ago that politicians that get caught cheating on their wives should resign? Has Hillary been asked about the Obamacare death spiral that's currently taking place as these insurers get pulled out of the exchanges. She hasn't been asked about this once.
She hasn't barely been asked about any of these controversial issues, and I think the biggest thing that we should be concerned about is if she was asked, she would be likely to lie, like she does with so many other things. So why even ask
I thought
her?
you were so reasonable when we were chatting in the green room.
I am 100%.
Out here.
I'm 100% reasonable when it comes to her health. Like I said, I don't agree with a lot of people that are slamming her on her health, and I don't think that's what the Donald Trump campaign should be focusing on.
Well, also, she does have a doctor's letter that's out there from a physician. I know Dr. Drew went out there yesterday or on Thursday and slammed her and said, people on Coumadin shouldn't be out there running. She has a doctor's letter from a physician who was trained at NYU, not in Arkansas, which apparently is not acceptable to Dr. Drew. She doesn't have a doctor like Donald Trump's who says that he's the fittest man in America, right?
The fittest person to ever run for president in the
Donald
history of
J.
this country.
Trump. Exactly.
But
so everyone should look at her letter, and then you can know. I mean, yes, she's 68 years old.
Yeah.
Things have happened. But this is not a woman who can. She would not be running. She wouldn't take on that responsibility if she was just going to croak in year 2.
Okay, well, what I don't understand is the media treating her with kid gloves because she's a woman or because she's a Democrat? And I think we'll find out pretty soon. Coming up, Water's World goes to the Renaissance Fair. But first, I hit the Dominican Day Parade. Can you guys teach me some Dominican dance moves?
Yes, you gotta shake it. So take your breath.